everyone, this is Chetan Singhal. Welcome to my channel Start Shine, where knowledge shines to make you shine. In this video, we'll be learning how to calculate mode. So in my earlier videos, we have seen how to calculate mean, median, and in this video, we'll be learning the calculation of mode in different cases and by different methods. So mode, as we know, is nothing but value with highest frequency. So suppose we are simply given a data set as 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9 and 10. So here if we see simply by inspection, so if we see that 9 is occurring maximum number of times, right? So the mode is 9 simply here. It's the most simple case. So suppose we have a frequency distribution X and F 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The frequencies are 3, 4, 8, 3, 1. So this is the highest frequency and the value corresponding to this is 4. So this is nothing but mode. So modal value is nothing but 4 here. So these are some simple cases. Just by inspection we can say that the mode value is 4. So if you see in this data, the mode is 4. Next, coming to the class or grouped frequency data. So this is class, or we can say X, this is F. So this is a grouped frequency data. So if you see here the frequencies, this is the one with the maximum frequency and this is the interval that we have. So we call this as modal class. And our mode is given as L1 plus F1 minus F0 upon 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into I. Okay, so what is L1? L1 is the lower limit of this. So this is nothing but 20. This is lower limit, this is upper limit, and lower limit is 20. This is F1, this is F0, and this is F2. So the frequency of the modal class, the highest frequency, that is F1. F0 is the frequency just above and F2 is the frequency just below it. So this is nothing but F1 is 7 minus 5 upon 14 minus 5 minus 5 into I. I is the interval width. So it is 20 to 30. So what's the interval of this width? It's 10. So this is nothing but 20 plus, this is 2 by 4, 20 plus 5, 25. So mode of this is nothing but 25. So these are the three cases. These two are very simple in just we can calculate the mode just by inspection, looking at the one with the highest frequency. And this is the formula for mode that we need to remember. And L1 is the lower limit. These frequency, F1 is the frequency of modal class and F0 is just above it, F2 is just below it, and I is the width of the interval. So now we have calculated the mode, but here see one thing, that there is homogeneity in the data, like the frequency first increases then decreases. So there is some sort of homogeneity or regularity, right? So suppose it's not there, or we have the highest frequency occurring 2 times. This is 7 and suppose 7 also occurs here. So then how we have to calculate mode? In that case, how we can calculate mode? So we have a grouping method. In that case, we can calculate mode using grouping method. So next we'll be covering the grouping method. So now we'll be studying grouping method. So consider this example. These are the intervals 0 to 5, frequencies 1. So in these cases, two classes, we have frequency 10, which is the highest frequency. So how can we calculate mode in this case? And also see, the frequency first reaches 10, then it decreases to 4, then again 10, and then 9. So there is some sort of what we say, lack of homogeneity in data. So there is some sort of lack of homogeneity in the data. So hence we'll use grouping method. So what does grouping method states? So we calculate some columns in this. So this is first column. Second column we'll calculate by adding 2 observations at a time. So this is 3, this is 14, this is 19. So this is nothing but 1 plus 2. These just 2 observations at a time, and if any observation is remaining, just leave it. So in grouping table, we calculate columns as follows. So let us see that how the columns are formed. So first is the frequency column, in which the maximums are 2, 10, these two classes, 10 and 10. So now we calculate the second column, which is nothing 1 plus 2. What does that mean? So starting from the very first observation, calculate the sum of 2 consecutive observations. So this is 1 plus 2, 3, 10 plus 4, 14, 10 plus 9, 19, and 2, just leave it. The third column is 2 plus 3. What does that 2 plus 3 means? So just leave the first observation and take the sum of 2 consecutive observations. So this is 2 plus 10, 12, 10 plus 2 plus 10, 12, 4 plus 10, 14, 9 plus 2, 11. Then the fourth column says 1 plus 2 plus 3. What does that mean? Take the sum of 3 consecutive observations starting from the first observation. This 1 plus 2 plus 10, 13, 4 plus 10 plus 9, 23. And then the fifth one, what does this say? 2 plus 3 plus 4. So take the sum of 3 consecutive observations but leaving the first one. So it's 2, 10, 4. This is 16, and 10, 9, 2, 21. And this is last 3, 4, 5. So what does this states? That leave the first 2 observations. पहली दोनों observations को छोड़ दो, 1 and 2 we leave it, and then we take the sum of 3 consecutive. It's 10 plus 4 plus 10, it's 24. And now in each column find the maximum frequencies. So I have circled the maximum frequencies in each of the columns. Calculate an analysis table. What does that mean, analysis table? So just write down the columns here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the interval here. Yeah, so we have written. So now see that which column and which interval have the highest frequencies. So let me explain. So in first we have these two highest frequencies, 10 and 10, and it corresponds to 10 to 15 and 20 to 25. So 10 to 15 just tick, and 20 to 25 just tick. So in second column the highest frequency is this 19, and it corresponds to which interval? So find that. So this is 20 to 25 and 25 to 30. So this is 20 to 25, 25 to 30. So similarly in this column, third column, it's 14. What it corresponds to? It corresponds to this 15 to 20 and 20 to 25. 15 to 20, 20 to 25, right? So just see which column matches with the highest frequency in these intervals. So complete the analysis table. So I'll explain it again. So what we have to do is we have to label the columns here and the intervals here. And see, in first column we are getting the highest frequency as 10, and this is corresponding to 10 to 15 and 20 to 25. So just put a tick corresponding to that. So in second column we have highest frequency 19, and that is corresponding to, if we see these two, 20 to 25 and 25 to 30. So just to put a tick against them. So in third column we have highest frequency corresponding to 14. And how we have obtained 14? So we just skip the first one and taken the observations, these two and this two. So these two are there in calculating 14. So 15 to 20. So just put a tick 15 to 20 and 20 to 25. In this we have 23. So 23 we have got using these three, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So 23, if we see 15 to 20, 20 to 25 and 25 to 30. So put tick against all three, and correspondingly for 5 we have got 21, which is nothing but last three, 20 to 25, 25 to 30 and 30 to 35. And this 24 we have got using these three classes, 10, 4 and 10. So this 10 to 15, 10 to 15, 15 to 20 and 20 to 25. Now just sum the number of ticks. Here there are 2, 3, 6, 3 and 1, and see which class has the maximum number of ticks. So it's 20 to 25, this one. So this is our modal class. So what does grouping method do? It just not take the class with the maximum frequency. It also takes into account the frequencies nearby to this class. So if you see here, the frequency is 9 and here are 4. And to this, if we see, the nearby frequencies are 2 and 4. So the grouping method gives weightage to this because it has high frequencies nearby, right? So grouping method takes this factor into account. So this is our modal class. So now we have got the modal class, and now we can calculate the mode by the formula explained earlier. Mode is nothing but L1 plus F1 minus F0 upon 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into I. So this is L1 is 20, the lower limit. F1 is 10. F0 is the frequency just above it, minus 4. So 2 into F1 is 20, minus 4 minus 9. 9. F2 is the frequency just below it, and into the interval, which is 5. So just do the calculations. It's 20 plus, it's 6. This is 13. 6 by 7 into 5 equals 24.29. So the mode comes out to be 24.29. So this is the mode that we have calculated using grouping method. So suppose instead of interval, if we have normal observations like 3, 4, 6, 7, in the similar way we can do the analysis and calculate the mode. In that case we don't have to apply this formula. The mode would be, suppose in place of 20 to 25 we have observation as 23. Simple. It was just not interval, it was just simple X observation. So then our mode would be 23. But in this case we'll apply this formula and we have calculated mode using grouping method. So hope you have understood the concept of grouping method and calculating mode in different cases. So if you like the video, the explanation and the content, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and keep shining.